Hi, from the Frank Beck Chevrolet Studio Annex. It's Wednesday night, and it's time for Time Out Overtime on the Time Out Overtime YouTube channel. I'm Rick Arsenal. First things first, if you haven't done so yet, first of all, thanks so much for watching. Please get down there in that corner and smash that like and subscribe button. Thank you so much. Well, apparently we're getting a little bit of ice tonight, but I just watched both David Andrews on Channel 6 and Eddie Provenzano on Channel 10, and neither one of them seems to think that this will be that big of a deal. Well, let's hope they're right. It's no fun losing power. Let's hope they're right. And they seem to think that the majority of the problem would be south of the border. So I hate to wish anybody bad luck, but in this case, I sincerely hope that these guys are right. And they're both very good at what they do. So nonetheless, there's not a whole lot we can do about it anyway. Just keep your fingers crossed. Okay, let's do this. One more sip here. College basketball. Michigan State Spartans lost after having won 13 straight, lost their second straight game last night on the last second shot. They lost to UCLA. It was tied 61-61, just about 7 seconds left, and UCLA had the final shot and they made it. So the Spartans, as we speak, are 9-2 in the Big Ten. They're a half a game ahead of Michigan, who plays tonight. They are 18-4 overall, and they're in second place. And their next game will be Saturday afternoon against Oregon as they come calling into the Breslin Center. Michigan Wolverines play tonight. Obviously, Oregon is out here. They're going to play Michigan tonight, and they'll play Michigan State on Saturday afternoon. Wolverines come in at 8-2 in the Big Ten, 16-5 overall, I believe. So a victory tonight over Oregon would put them in a second place tie in the Big Ten with Michigan State at 9-2. Purdue was on top at 15-2. That's where that stands right now. But I think it's the last couple of games Michigan have won. The Wolverines have won. I think they've won like a total of 7 points in their last 2 victories. That's been the margin of victory combined. So they won a couple of close games, but okay, all right. Oregon, anytime a team from the West Coast is here, or as you just saw, Michigan State out there, it's always tough. And these college kids are finding out how tough this cross-country travel can be. They're getting the first taste of it this year, and it takes its toll on the body. Believe me, it really does. Pistons, 25-25, have the 40-10 best team in the East. Cleveland Cavaliers tonight at Little Caesars. Pistons did make a trade today. I think it's a precursor to something bigger that they might have in store or have in mind that they're going to do tomorrow. KJ Martin, a forward from Philly. They got plus 2 second-round draft picks. I don't even know what the Pistons gave up to get this guy. He was just a salary dump on a part of the Sixers. I don't think Martin's going to be here very long. I think that he's going to be dealt away tomorrow in some kind of a deal. I think they've got something cooking other than just this. We'll have to wait until 3 o'clock tomorrow to actually find out. That's when the trade deadline is. But they have no use for Martin. Really, the only thing I can think of is they're going to turn around and trade him to somebody else tomorrow, maybe in a package deal. They've got something bigger cooking than what they did today. So, as far as the Red Wings are concerned, as you saw in the headline, that right now they're the hottest team in hockey, and anybody that stayed up to watch that game last night, they had a 4-2 lead with about 10 minutes left and had to go to overtime. So they played well for what do you want to say, 50 minutes, and Goaltending was not as good as it has been lately, but hey, they found a way to win on a shootout goal from Patrick Kane. He scored the only goal in the shootout. Oh, I'm sorry. I've been dealing with this all day. I don't know what the issue is right now, but the voice is going. Oh, maybe I better get some more honey or something. Anyway, yeah, Patrick Kane, the goal that Patrick Kane scored last night on a classic move made him the all-time leading scorer, the National Hockey League's all-time leading scorer in shootout goals. So, and as I say, that was the only goal scored in the shootout last night. Classic move on the part of Kane. It hit the crossbar, bottom of the crossbar, and went in. But great move. So anyway, it was the 7th victory in a row for the Wings. They are 28, 29, and 5 right now. Look, they're only, 5 or 6 points out of first place behind Florida. This is the second time, not the second time, actually it's the first time in the Red Wing team history that they've, in the span of 20 games, have put together 2 7-game winning streaks. It's been impressive what they've done over with McClellan since they got in here. And again, you got to give credit to his assistant and bench coach, Trent Yawney, too, for the defense playing a lot better than what it has. But so they're 15, 4, and 1 under McClellan right now. 15 wins in 20 games. That's pretty darn good. As I've said before, I hate to beat a dead horse, but if McClellan had been here from day one this year, from opening day, I think they'd be in first place right now. I actually think they can win this Atlantic Division. They're 1 point behind third place Ottawa. And as I said, they're only, 6 points behind Florida. Ottawa's in Florida right now. They've got a tough couple of games good down there with the Panthers and the Lightning before the Lightning come up here to play the Wings. And that's another thing. The Wings' next game is Saturday afternoon at Little Caesars against the Tampa Bay Lightning. And then they're shutting it down for 2 weeks, the whole league. There is no more All-Star game, at least not this year anyway. They will be playing a 4-team international tournament, including the United States, Canada, Sweden, and Finland. The games will be played at 2 different venues, Montreal and Boston. Whose idea was this? Is dumb or what? 2 weeks. So they're shutting it down Saturday, and they don't play again until what, Saturday the 22nd? Well, you hate to see this, right? Just at the worst time for them. They take a 2-week hiatus for the stupid international tournament. What it does is the NHL getting the same idea now that the NFL is? There's been talk about the NFL might even have not just a team in Europe, a 4-team division in Europe. Why not? Of course, we know they're going to go to 18 games. NFL in the next couple of years. Roger Goodell is down there having meetings this week, and has said they're talking about it right now. They're discussing it. Of course, if they went to 18 games, there'd be 2 buys included in that. And what this would do was it would, instead of the Super Bowl being on the Sunday before President's Day weekend, it would probably be the week after President's Day weekend. They're going to take the season right to the end of February. That's what it looks that way in the next couple of years. I think that's what you're going to see. And you could very well see a 4-team division in Europe, too. You know why? Because they don't have enough money. Anyway. Day number 98. This is day number 98 of the Alex Bregman watch. I still think he's coming to the Tigers. I don't know how soon or when this is going to happen. Training camp, pitchers and catchers report to Lakeland a week from today, the 12th. First spring training game is 2 weeks from Saturday, the 22nd. That's the same day the Wings get back in action. You would think Brett Bregman by this time has got to be getting a little antsy, wondering where he's going to play. I still think the best situation for him is in Detroit. I think the Cubs are out of it. The Cubs are out of the running. You look at going back to Houston. I don't think he'd have to play second base. I don't think he wants to move. If he went back to Boston, he'd have to play second base. Devers said he's not moving off a third. There's a spot, third base at Comerica Park has his name on it. I don't know what has to happen to break this stalemate, but I still think eventually he'll end up right here with the Tigers. By the way, I ran into this today or heard about this. Baseball prospectus. They do this every year around the 1st of February, just before the camps open up. But up there, Picada standings, and I don't know, they run different things through computers or however how they draw this conclusion. But for the American League Central Division this year, baseball prospectus, the Picada standings. I'm just going to do the American League Central. We don't have enough time to do every division. They've got the Minnesota Twins winning the American League Central with 86.9 wins. Second, Kansas City Royals, 81.3 wins. Third, they've got the Cleveland Guardians at 80.5 wins. And they got the Tigers fourth with 79.3 wins. And of course, they got the White Sox coming in last with 61.0 wins. I don't know what their formula is for coming up with this, but they are seldom ever right. In fact, they're never right. But this is what they think. They run various information through computers, and this is what pops out. As I say, I don't ever remember them being right or correct or anywhere near close to what they actually happens at the end of the year. But a couple other things I wanted to sneak in here too. If you haven't heard, Andy Reid says he's going to be coaching at least one more year. The Philadelphia Eagles, not this coming season, 2025, but in 2026, will be playing the Rams in Australia. Yeah, who knows? They could be playing 18 games by then. Sadly, Mr. and Mrs. Chris Ilitch have announced that they are separating. They're divorcing. They have assured everybody this will in no way affect their businesses, the Tigers or the Red Wings, or any other holdings, Ilitch Holdings or whatever they have. Okay, I think I've got you caught up on that. Let's do this for the good folks out at Beck Chevrolet. Well, let me do this first. Frank Beck Chevrolet is thanking loyal Chevy owners with big savings during Chevy Loyalty Month, now through March the 3rd. Loyal Chevy owners can save an extra $1,000 on brand new 2025 Blazers, Colorados, Trailblazers, and Silverado HD models, plus 1.9% financing available on select models. Beck's also has a great selection of late model pre-owned vehicles at fantastic prices. Check out their entire inventory on their webpage at frankbeckchevy.com or stop by the dealership and see them on M99 between Hillsdale and Jonesville. And I want you all to circle Saturday, April the 12th on your calendar, put it in your phone for Beck's annual Maggie Fry's Scholarship Breakfast right in the showroom from 8 to 11, Saturday morning, April 12th. This year's event, as I just told you, will be, well, I guess I just gave you all the information, will be from 8 to 11 in the showroom. And yours truly and Andy and Jed will be out there doing the show right from the showroom. So stop by, say hello to us, clear your calendar. No conflicting events going on with this day. It's a very special day. The Maggie Fry Scholarship Breakfast, Saturday, April the 12th, Frank Beck Chevrolet Showroom from 8 to 11. And we plan on seeing you guys out there. I've given you enough notice right now that you can clear your calendars, clear your events, make sure you don't have anything that conflicts with this event. Make a big circle or X or whatever you have to do. Saturday, April the 12th, Frank Beck Chevrolet Showroom. We'll see you out there. Also, before we get back to sports here, Bob Flynn wanted me to remind everybody that the Beckathon has been extended. And if you don't know what Beckathon is, that was it was during the month of January. You get an extra $1,000 dealer cash on all remaining new 2024 models in stock, and get an extra $3,000 dealer cash on all select used vehicles in stock. Now you know that has been extended. So stop by, stop in, see the good folks, talk to one of the salesmen at Frank Beck Chevrolet. Let them help you experience the Frank Beck difference. Chevrolet, together let's drive. Chevy drives Southern Michigan. Frank Beck Chevrolet is the #1 Chevrolet dealer in the tri-state area. As we get closer to the Super Bowl, Myles Garrett is making the rounds down there on Radio Row, doing interview after interview. Free Lions, Free Press beat writer Dave Burkett is down there. He happened to ask him if he had any interest in coming to the Lions, or if he had thought about becoming a Detroit Lion. Let's rephrase that. He asked him if he had any thoughts about becoming a Detroit Lion. He politely said, "Not yet." Don't really know what he's doing down there, but he is doing interviews. Really, though, when you stop and think about this, Myles Garrett, what would it take for the Lions to get Myles Garrett? A couple of first-round picks. Remember where the Lions are drafting, that would be late. That would be late in each round. A third round pick maybe, and throw in Hendon Hooker. I don't look, as much as I'd like to see Myles Garrett here, to me, for Brad Holmes to do something like this would be completely out of character. And like I said, every Lion fan would love to see him here. But then you stop and think, well, wait a minute. Then there's no one in this draft at all who could do, no one in this draft. I'm talking about every round, all 7 rounds, who could produce, give you what Myles Garrett would. I'm not suggesting that you trade every draft pick for Myles Garrett either. That's insane. Mike Ditka did it one year when he was running the Saints. If anybody remembers that. Boy. Look, would I like to see him here? Yeah. Do I think it's going to happen? Nope. I'll be shocked if Brad Holmes can pull off a trade or deal to get Myles Garrett here. If you're a Lion fan, I think your only hope is that somehow he ends up staying in the AFC. That's nothing. Just because he's asked to be traded doesn't mean the Browns are going to trade him either. Maybe I don't know what his motive is. Maybe he wants a raise. He didn't issue this statement till he got down to Orlando last week, taking part in the Pro Bowl games. Maybe somebody talked to him or got his ear or something down there. He seemed fine until he went to Orlando last week to take part in the Pro Bowl games, and immediately upon returning, says that he wanted to be traded. You have to believe he spoke with somebody, or somebody spoke with him down there last week, and suggested that he leave Cleveland because he was never going to win a Super Bowl there. Or maybe they made him realize that. Okay, well, let's do this before we get out of here. We wouldn't be doing this show if it weren't for Tim Lindley at Quality PC in downtown Hillsdale. Landley, Tim Lilly, the proprietor, owner of Quality PC, the best technician, period, in our area. Nobody even comes close. Tim is expertise on anything. Computers new or used. Maybe the computer you have now needs some work done on it. Flat screen TV, mounting setup. Maybe you're changing internet providers. Printers new or used. Anything at all. You need to get in there. If you have any technical issues at all, you need to get the Quality PC in downtown Hillsdale, across the street from Fat Jack's Automotive, a couple of 100 feet west of Howell Street. There is no other technician, as far as I'm concerned, in this area. 517-610-5372, or better still, get in there and see him, as I said, 37 Waldron Street in downtown Hillsdale. And when you do get in there, tell me and Mickey sent you. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you again on Friday. Let's hope we don't lose power tonight. If we do, I hope to be with you on Friday, but if we do lose power, that may affect me doing a show Friday night. Keep your fingers crossed. Hope we make it through tonight without anything hazardous happening. So I'll talk to you again on Friday night. Don't forget Saturday. It's every Saturday morning with Andy and Jed on Timeout here locally, 92.1 WCSR. And as always, thanks so much for listening. I can't thank you enough for listening and watching, of course. And that's it. We'll talk to you again on Friday. As always, please remember to treat each other with respect. Have a good rest of your evening. And so long, everybody.